You never forget a moment like that. I was driving my matte black Bentley through the streets of Manhattan at exactly 6:42 p.m., the city lights reflecting off the hood like tiny stars. My fiancée, Emily, was beside me, laughing at some joke I didn't even hear, her hand casually brushing mine. Everything felt perfect. Or so I thought. Then I saw her. At first, I didn't recognize her. But there was no mistaking the way she walked, graceful, confident, almost untouchable. And the children, two little kids holding her hands, twins, identical and angelic. They looked up at her with complete trust, the kind of trust that makes your chest ache. Time slowed. My pulse hit 200 beats per minute, my hand tightening on the steering wheel until my knuckles turned white. I pulled over, my heart pounding like a drum I couldn't stop. Emily noticed immediately. "What's wrong?" she asked, her voice calm but laced with concern. I couldn't speak. The words wouldn't come. My past, the one I had tried to bury behind skyscrapers, boardrooms, and million-dollar deals, was standing right there, crossing the street, with my children. I finally managed to whisper, I know her." Emily's brow furrowed. "Know her? Do you mean know her well?" I swallowed hard. The truth? I had loved her. I had lost her. And apparently, she had moved on in ways I could never have imagined. The twins were staring at me now. Their little faces, so familiar, sent a shock straight to my heart. I hadn't just lost her. I had missed a part of my life I didn't even know existed. Emily reached for my hand, and I realized she was waiting for an explanation. But how do you explain something that still doesn't feel real, even when it's right in front of your eyes? "Her name, Sophia," I finally said, voice tight. She was my first love. Emily's eyes widened. "And the kids?" My jaw tightened. "They're mine." The words felt like fire leaving my mouth. Emily went silent, staring at me as if the world itself had cracked open. My mind raced, trying to calculate the damage, not just to my life, but to the life we were building together. Sophia didn't see me at first. She was too focused on keeping the twins steady as they skipped across the crosswalk. But then her eyes met mine, and I swear, for a moment, it was like the city vanished. All I could see were her eyes, wide and startled, the same green that had haunted my dreams for years. The twins tugged at her hands, laughing, oblivious to the tension building around them, but I could see the confusion in Sophia's eyes when they noticed me. I wanted to run to her, to explain, to take them all into my arms and never let go. But Emily was still there, her grip on my hand firm but questioning. I felt torn between two worlds, the one I thought I had, and the one I never knew I had lost. Sophia crossed the street slowly, hesitating as she reached the curb. One of the twins tripped, and I moved without thinking, catching him mid-fall. The child looked up at me, eyes wide with recognition, or maybe just curiosity, and my chest twisted in ways I didn't expect. Emily's voice broke the spell. "You, what?" "Their father." "Yes," I admitted, my throat tight. "I didn't know. I found out only a few months ago. I've been trying to figure out how to handle it." Sophia's lips parted, words caught somewhere between anger and relief. You didn't even know." "I didn't," I said, my voice low. "I swear." The tension was unbearable. Emily looked at me, eyes glistening, and I realized how much damage this revelation could cause. But before I could explain further, one of the twins ran toward me, arms outstretched. And in that instant, all the fear, all the anxiety, all the careful plans I had built around my life and my fiancée vanished. I caught the child, holding him close, and for the first time in years, I felt a sense of purpose I hadn't known I was missing. Sophia stepped closer, hesitant but trusting, and I knew this was no longer just about love or loss. This was about family, mine finally revealed. Emily took a step back. Her hand slipped from mine, and I saw the hurt flash across her face. I need to think, she whispered. And before I could respond, she turned and walked away, leaving me standing there in the middle of the street, holding my son, watching my past and my future collide. I looked at Sophia, searching for answers in her eyes. She was trembling slightly, but she smiled, one of those rare, heartbreaking smiles that made you remember why you fell in love in the first place. "We have a lot to talk about," I said finally. She nodded. "We do." And for the first time in years, I realized some moments change everything. Some encounters can shatter your life and rebuild it all at once. Because sometimes the past doesn't just knock on your door. It crosses the street, carrying your children. I didn't see Emily for the rest of the evening. After she walked away, I sat in the Bentley for what felt like hours, my hand still trembling from holding my son. The city buzzed around me, horns, flashing lights, pedestrians, but nothing reached me. Nothing mattered except the two little faces staring at me from the back seat, their tiny hands gripping the leather like lifelines. Sophia stayed close, silent at first, her green eyes flicking between me and the twins, unsure what to say. I finally broke the quiet. "You should meet them properly," I said softly, nodding toward the twins. Her smile was hesitant, the kind that doesn't quite reach the eyes. I've missed this," she admitted, voice barely above a whisper. "Every single day. I've wondered how you were, if you even cared." I swallowed hard, feeling the sting of regret burn deeper than any business loss. "I didn't know," I repeated, though it felt like the words were too small for the situation. "I didn't know, Sophia. I swear." The twins didn't understand yet. They just wanted to be close. One of them, a little girl with my eyes, climbed onto my lap, and I felt a warmth I hadn't experienced in years. But then my phone buzzed. A single message from Emily. "We need to talk. Now. You're not going to ignore this." My chest tightened. I knew what this meant. Emily wasn't just upset. She was furious, and rightfully so. She had been planning our future, dreaming with me, trusting me, and now she was standing at the edge of discovering a path she had never signed up for. I took a deep breath and glanced at Sophia. "I have to handle this," I said. She nodded, understanding but worried. "I'll stay here with them," she said. "Just don't let her storm into your office and destroy everything you've built." I smiled faintly, though I knew it was impossible. Emily stormed into my office 10 minutes later, her heels clicking like gunshots on the marble floor. The moment our eyes met, I knew there would be no soft landing. "Do you have any idea what you just did?" she demanded, voice trembling with anger and betrayal. "You're supposed to be my future, my fiancé, and now there's this mess of a past I never signed up for." I raised my hands, trying to calm her, but it was useless. "Emily, You, what?" she snapped. "You didn't know? Or you just didn't care?" I didn't know, I said firmly, letting the truth hit the room like a sledgehammer. I just found out myself, and I've been trying to figure out how to handle it without hurting anyone. And now, my voice cracked slightly. Now it's all out. Her eyes narrowed, and I could see the hurt behind the rage. Do you even realize what this does? To us? To everything we planned. I swallowed hard. I do. And I won't ignore them. They're my children. And Sophia, she's part of that. I need to do right by them. Emily laughed bitterly. You need to do right by them. She stepped closer, voice dropping to a dangerous whisper. What about me? What about us? I felt my stomach twist. I didn't want to hurt her. I never had. But the truth was unavoidable, like a storm rolling in over the city skyline. I don't know how to fix this, Emily, but I won't abandon them. Her face turned pale, then red, then hard. If you choose her, then don't expect me to ever forgive you, she said, before storming out of the office, slamming the door behind her so hard I thought the glass might shatter. I sank into my chair, exhausted, my mind racing. This was far from over. Emily wasn't the type to let betrayal slide. Sophia, I could see the worry in her eyes, mirrored by the twins' small, innocent faces. And me? I was caught in a storm I hadn't planned for, trying to navigate love, loyalty, and the consequences of secrets that refused to stay buried. Then my phone buzzed again. A number I didn't recognize. A text appeared. Meet me at Pier 9, 8 p.m. sharp. If you value your secrets, don't ignore this. I froze. Pier 9? Who knew about the twins? About Sophia? About Emily? That's when I realized the past I thought I had uncovered had only just begun to fight back, because in the world of billionaires, love, and secrets, no secret stays hidden for long. I parked the Bentley outside Pier 9 at 7:58 p.m., the cold night air biting through my tailored coat. The city's neon glow reflected off the water like a fractured mirror. My phone buzzed constantly in my pocket. Emily, Sophia, my assistant, even unknown numbers. But I ignored them all, one thing at a time. Tonight, the past and present were about to collide. I stepped onto the pier, the twins clutching Sophia's hands, eyes wide in wonder, the boats rocking gently against the dock. Sophia's grip on mine was firm, but I could feel her anxiety radiating through her fingertips. I don't like this, she whispered. Why did they call you here? Who knows? I shook my head, heart hammering. I don't know, but we'll handle it together. Then I saw her, Emily, standing at the edge of the pier, arms crossed, every ounce of fury and betrayal radiating off her like heat from a fire. She didn't run. She didn't yell, not yet. She just waited, watching us approach, the tension thick enough to choke. Why are you here? I demanded, stepping forward. Emily's eyes locked on Sophia first, then the twins. Do you even realize what you've done? She said, her voice trembling with rage. You've been living a lie, and now you bring her, hey, with the kids. Sophia's face hardened. Emily, this isn't about you. This is about them. My children, your fiancé's children. They didn't ask for this. Emily laughed bitterly, a sound that could freeze the ocean itself. You think that makes it better? That makes it right? No one asked for this. Not me, not them, not anyone. I stepped between them, trying to calm the storm I'd unleashed. Enough. I barked. This isn't about anger or blame. It's about truth. It's about them. The twins tugged at my coat, little hands shaking. I bent down to look them in the eyes. Do you understand? You are both my children. Nothing changes that. Emily's gaze snapped to me, disbelief etched on her face. Children? You have children. And you never told me? You kept them from me. I didn't know until recently. I shouted. I swear. I've been trying to figure out how to handle this without destroying everyone's life, including yours. The air seemed to crack around us. Then the shocking twist hit. One of the twins, my son, spoke. Daddy, why didn't you come sooner? His voice was so small, so innocent, it hit Emily and me like a sledgehammer. She gasped, stepping back, eyes wide with disbelief, as reality sank in. These were not strangers. These were mine. Emily's shoulders slumped. All this time, you were living a secret life. I took a deep breath, looking at her straight in the eyes. Yes, but I will never live in secrecy again. Not with them. Not with you. Not with anyone who matters. Sophia stepped forward, placing her hand lightly on my shoulder. Emily, I'm not here to take anything from you, but I am here for them, for the children, for the truth, and I won't let lies or fear ruin what they deserve. Emily stared at Sophia, then at the twins, then back at me. The silence stretched for what felt like an eternity. Then, slowly, she nodded. Not forgiveness, not acceptance, but acknowledgement. And then it happened. The final twist, my phone buzzed again. Unknown number. A single message. If you think tonight is the worst, wait until you see what your past has really planned. I looked at Sophia. I looked at Emily. I looked at the twins. And I realized we weren't even close to safe. Because in the world of love, wealth, and secrets, the past always has a way of catching up. The next morning, Manhattan felt colder than usual. I hadn't slept. I couldn't. My mind kept replaying last night, the confrontation on Pier 9, Emily's fury, Sophia's cautious bravery, and the twins' innocent questions that had cut straight through me. I was sitting in my office, overlooking the skyline, when Emily finally walked in. She didn't knock. She didn't smile. She just stopped at the door, arms crossed, eyes unreadable. We need to talk, she said. No anger, no tears, just steel. I gestured to the chair across from me. Talk. She sat down slowly. I've thought about last night, about you, about them. Her eyes flicked to the twins' photos I had pinned on my desk, taken secretly last week. I get it. You didn't know. I can't fault you for that. But you did hide it from me, from us, and that's what hurts the most. I nodded. I know I made mistakes, but I can't undo the truth, and I won't abandon them. Not now, not ever. Emily was silent for a moment. Then she leaned forward, voice soft but firm. I have a choice to make. I can walk away, or I can accept that your past isn't just your past. It's ours now. But her eyes locked onto mine, sharp and piercing. If I choose to stay, you tell me everything, every secret, every detail. No more lies. I swallowed hard. You'll get it, every truth. No exceptions. The phone buzzed on my desk. Unknown number. I hesitated, then glanced at it. You think you know everything? Think again. The twins aren't just your children. One of them is mine too. I froze. The room went silent. Emily gasped. Sophia's face drained to color. My hand trembled as I read the text again. What does that mean? Emily whispered. I shook my head, disbelief burning in my chest. I don't know yet, but it means there's more I didn't know. Someone has been keeping secrets, and it's bigger than I ever imagined. Sophia's voice trembled. It can't be. One of them is yours. Yes, but mine too. I didn't answer, because at that moment I realized that our lives, the past, the present, the future, had just become a battlefield. Not of anger, not of betrayal, but of truths waiting to explode. Emily took a deep breath. Then we fight it together. Whatever this is, we face it as one, or we walk away. I looked at Sophia, then at the twins. My heart knew what had to happen. We fight it together. The twins laughed in the background, oblivious to the chaos unfolding around them, and my chest ached with a mixture of love, fear, and hope. And just as I was about to put my phone down, another message came. Meet me at the old family estate tonight, 9 p.m. If you want the full truth about your children, come alone. I looked at Emily. I looked at Sophia. And I realized we weren't done yet. Not by a long shot. Because in the world of billionaires, love, and secrets, the ultimate twist is never the last.